I have never heard anybody put what the honor is, that our soldiers go through when they give their lives for our country, better than John Wayne did when he talked about taps. And I'm going to take 3 minutes to play that for you. And if you don't know who John Wayne is, go Google it. You need to figure out who John Wayne is. He was a great guy, and my dad would tell you it's a distant cousin of his, but I'm going to play this for you.
It was July in Virginia. The scent of the dogwood and the laurel lay heavy on the land, while the burgeoning fruit of the peach and the apple marked the full sway of summer. For 7 fateful days, the trees, the flowers, yes, the very ground itself, had shuddered under the roar of cannon, the bark of howitzers, and the crackling of a legion of rifles. Now all was silent. Sledgehammer blows of Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson had mauled the Army of the Potomac, and yet that army was not destroyed. 7,000 men had fallen in that dreadful week, and the savagery of the conflict was grimly evident in the river of wounded that wound through the green hills. Now a new sound drifted in the soft evening sky. For Colonel Dan Butterfield, a courageous and able soldier, was also a man of music. To honor his fallen comrades, he had composed a simple and heart-rending melody. On July 2nd, in the year of 1862, its strains floated over the graves that scarred the dark Virginia earth. It has been more than 100 years since that sound was born, but those notes have never died away. Every night of the year, throughout the world, fighting men of America from the north and the south, the east and the west, close their eyes in sleep to its call, and in each of their hearts there glows a fierce surge of pride.
Now, if you're wondering what Memorial Day is about, go take a look at some of the history of Memorial Day, where it came from, and what it's totally about. And what really brought this to mind for me this year, I was at a little crawfish boil last weekend, and a friend of my son's was there. And I've got a son who's in the Marine Corps right now. And I was saying I wish he wasn't there, and how I'd like to have him back at work and stuff. And he reminded me of the sacrifices that our soldiers go through, and the sacrifice, whether they're passed away or not, that they all go through, especially right now while we're in battle. So if you think it's about summer, I feel sorry for you. Get the history, learn what Memorial Day is all about, and maybe next year you'll honor it the way it should be honored.